Welcome to this edition of CPWN. I'm Clarence, sponsor. Today, I'm going to talk about Ponstralia, formerly Wallstralia, in detail. As it was in Wallstralia, Ponstralia is exactly the same as it was if it would have been placed on planet Earth since its move to the Atlantic Ocean. That covers also part of Northern Africa. The time zones, they're still the same since the move to the Atlantic and Ponstralia. It's just a different name. Instead of Wallstralia, it's Ponstralia, pink standard, then Ponstralia, purple standard. That's GMT-2 and GMT-1 respectively. And then Ponstralia blue standard, GMT, and Ponstralia turquoise standard, GMT+1. Note the city names, their different details later. So let's talk about the Earth cities that are nearby to Ponstralian time zones. We'll start with the GMT-2, the Ponstralia pink time zone. During the summertime in Rio de Janeiro, that would be the times that they were observed. Same thing in Montevideo, Uruguay. For GMT-1 or Ponstralia purple time zone, that would be Cabo Verde and the Azores. Then we head over to Ponstralia blue standard. That would be London during their summertime, as well as, London during their winter time, as well as Accra year-round in Africa. And then there's GMT+1 or Ponstralia turquoise time. That would be Paris and Berlin during their winter, and Niamey in Africa. Because Ponstralia would be too close to the equator on planet Earth, if it would be placed, daylight savings time would not matter. Therefore, no daylight savings time in Ponstralia. With the 6 cities that have gone through the name change during the transition from Wallstralia to Ponstralia, that would include Chotumal to Cocolula, Waikouklana becoming Pensacola, Okaloosa becomes Ocana, Waialua is now West Lacola, Half Christmas becomes Christmas World, and New Canberra is now Kanahassi. The only 3 cities that don't go through a name change, Palm City Island, Belfast, and New Sydney. And even 2 cities had to change their birthdays because of personal reasons. When I went through my 25th birthday last year, Christmas World celebrating their birthday on June 24th, formerly the 25th, and Cocolula now has the 25th day of the month birthday, formerly the 24th of May. So let's explain them in detail through the 9 cities of Ponstralia. Cocolula, named after Cocoa Beach in Florida, since it is a fun name in the central part of the state. Carrying over the Lula part also from the late Waialua, 25th of May, birth date. Then set. First part from Pensacola, Florida. The other part is where I went to college, West Lafayette, Indiana, to integrate both Florida and Indiana. Birth date 27th of May, so still unchanged. In Ocana, now taking over the parts for state names rather than capital cities, but still in similar geographical locations. First part Oklahoma, second part Indiana, still 3rd of June, birth date. Palm City Island, one of the lucky cities to keep their city name. It is named after one of the racetracks that I loved, but it was very difficult to unlock in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 on PlayStation 2 that was released 15 years ago. June 8th, still their birth date. In Belfast, one of the lucky 3 cities that get to keep their city name during the transition. It's a fun name when heard over news media from the United Kingdom and Ireland, plus I'm also Irish descent. 15th of June, their birth date. Now we've reached the capital of Ponstralia, West Lacola, the reverse of Pensacola. Now it's the first part with West Lafayette, and then the second part, Pensacola. Also, too, to keep the CPWN, West Lacola is one of the big 4 cities, and their first letter of their name has to be a W to keep that CPWN, because it's named after Cocolula, Palm City Island. We're talking about West Lacola, and eventually we're going to talk about the other big 4 city, New Sydney. Birth date for West Lacola, never changed. Ponstralia Day, 19th of June. Christmas World. It's the halfway countdown from the previous year to the next year in terms of Christmas countdowns. On June 24th, which is their birthday, it'll be 6 months to Christmas Eve. In their former birth date, it is the halfway line to Christmas Day from the previous year. And also recognize Disney World as well, one of the theme parks in Central Florida, using the world in Christmas World. Kanahassi, their birth date is celebrated on the same day as Canada Day, which is the 1st of July. It's also named in honor of Florida state capital, Tallahassee. And last but not least, New Sydney. They are also one of the luckiest cities to keep their city name. It's named after Australia's largest city, Sydney. It just needed a newer version of the word Sydney in a city name, so hence New Sydney. Birth date, 9th of July, and the youngest city in Ponstralia. I would like to acknowledge Google Earth for providing that map of Ponstralia where it would have been placed on Earth. And if you want more information or want more videos in this account called Clarence Ponster Webcast Network, or CPWN, here's to WSNC.com. There's also a little bit of exclusive content that I may not get to share with you on a YouTube video. You can also search Clarence Ponster Webcast Network if you want to find more videos here on YouTube. You can use that tweet at Clarence Ponster if you feel like you want to do so, or you can even search my name on Google or Google+. That will conclude this edition of CPWN. Clarence Ponster saying, have a nice day or evening if it is nighttime. Goodbye.